The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. Visit balanceus.org to learn more.
This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2112. How Little Sleep Can You Get Away With? By Hector Arnold with CoreSpirit.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Welcome to another edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is one of just a few podcasts in the world where blogs are read to you. And on this show, you get the added bonus of hearing my commentary at the end. Oh, and another bonus, on Fridays, I answer your questions. Now, to check out our other shows, just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. But for now, let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. How Little Sleep Can You Get Away With? By Hector Arnold with CoreSpirit.com. How much sleep you need, at least 7 hours for most people, is an often discussed topic. But often our real question is the flip side. Can you get away with less than the optimal amount, or even replace your night's sleep with a series of round-the-clock naps? Everybody's needs are different, but 6 hours is probably the minimum. Sleep specialist Dr. W. Christopher Winter says, quote, "We should not be talking about how much sleep people need in any way that's different from how many calories we need," end quote. Just like 2,000 calories is not the right amount for everyone, neither is a one-size-fits-all number like 8 hours of sleep. If you're sick or if you exercise a lot, you may need more sleep, and as you age, you'll probably need less. According to the National Sleep Foundation, adults should get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night. The Foundation's panel reviewed studies and used their own clinical experience to come up with those numbers, since there's no way to conclusively determine how many hours an individual needs. 7 to 9 fits with the available evidence. The panel labeled a wider range, 6 to 10 hours, as, quote, may be appropriate, end quote. That range is for adults aged 26 to 64. Young adults may be fine with 11 hours, and 9 is tops for those 65 and over. That doesn't mean everybody would be fine with 6 hours. It means that some 6-hour sleepers may have sleep problems, but for others, 6 hours just happens to be what their body needs. Dr. Winter previously reminded us that people often get more sleep than they think they do, so check in with your Fitbit or other tracker if these numbers don't sound realistic. Bad things happen when you don't get enough sleep. Whatever your personal minimum is, you don't want to undercut it on a regular basis. Here's what the National Sleep Foundation's expert panel concluded for young adults, those between the ages of 18 and 25. Quote, "The panel does not advocate sacrificing sleep duration for school, work, or social responsibilities because short sleep duration is associated with increased fatigue, decreased psychomotor performance, accidents, poor physical and psychological health, and low academic performance. And the same for adults from 26 to 64 years of age. Sleep deprivation's adverse effect on multitasking performance, weight regulation, job safety, mental health, sugar regulation, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health was noted, particularly with nighttime sleep deprivation during the work week." End quote. The effects of sleep deprivation go beyond mere sleepiness. Besides the effects just mentioned, you may lack the judgment to make ethical decisions, or be more likely to gain weight over time. Missing out on sleep can make you more likely to die of a heart attack. Over the longer term, work schedules that routinely disrupt employees' sleep are on the IARC's list of probable causes of cancer. That's the same category as red meat, hot beverages, and the pesticide glyphosate. To be clear, we don't know for sure that shift work is a carcinogen, but there are enough links between sleep deprivation and poor health that the idea is not far-fetched. No, naps probably can't replace sleep. So far, we've been assuming that you get all or most of your sleep in one big chunk at night. Life hackers might remember that a few years ago, polyphasic sleep was all the rage. Just take 6 tiny naps per day, and you can ditch the whole idea of getting a good night's sleep. If this worked, it would be the ultimate time saver. Great thinkers throughout history supposedly slept very little or on erratic schedules. Leonardo da Vinci and Thomas Jefferson are examples. But those stories don't really hold up to inspection, and conveniently, these geniuses are all dead and can't be interviewed. So, we asked Dr. Winter about whether naps can really replace sleep. He wasn't impressed, saying, quote, "Polyphasic sleep proponents have nothing beyond anecdotal experiences that never hold up when rigorously tested. I would confidently say that sleep science would fall almost uniformly in the corner of saying, this life hack is bogus." End quote. To be clear, a comfortably long middle-of-the-day nap is still fine, and if that's part of your routine, you are welcome to continue. Young children need naps as part of their daily sleep too, but if you're taking short naps just to get through the day, you probably didn't get enough sleep in the first place. The idea of polyphasic sleep as a productivity tool was inspired by studies like the one published in Work and Stress that examined how crews in sailing races were able to stay alert around the clock. The sailors didn't sleep at night because that's when collisions and trouble were more likely to happen, so they were left with no choice but to take short naps throughout the day. The most productive sailors took naps ranging from 20 minutes to an hour. Naps can help give you back some of your alertness when you are sleep deprived, and with enough naps, the sailors were able to stay functional for days on end. The more sleep they got, though, the better they raced. Nap-centric sleep schedules don't seem to be sustainable. The bloggers who popularized the idea of polyphasic sleep typically gave up this extreme form after a few months, going back to a routine with a block of nighttime sleep and, for some, a nap or two during the day. I looked, but couldn't find anybody who had kept up round-the-clock naps for years. So, like it or not, sleeping at night is here to stay. Naps can help you survive if you don't get enough sleep at night, but for a healthy mind and body, you'll have to make sure to hit the sack for at least 6 hours a night, and for most of us, probably 7 or more. You just listened to the post titled, "How Little Sleep Can You Get Away With?" by Hector Arnold with CoreSpirit.com.
This episode is brought to you by Dave. When you need money in a pinch, Dave can help. It's a banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly. No interest, late fees, or credit check. Join the millions already using Dave to get financial relief and sign up for an extra cash account to get up to $500 instantly. Go to dave.com/Spotify or download the Dave app now. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
There's nothing worse than going to a doctor's appointment expecting to be the center of attention, but instead, the doctor is checking the clock. On ZocDoc, you'll find quality doctors who focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. No more doctor roulette or scouring the internet for questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to your favorite doctor you haven't met yet. Millions of people use ZocDoc's free app to find and book a doctor in their neighborhood who is patient-reviewed and fits their needs and schedule just right. Go to ZocDoc.com/OHD and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then, find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/OHD. ZocDoc.com/OHD. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. Today's author, Hector, mentioned that over time, sleep deprivation can lead to weight gain. Now, how is that possible? Well, researchers have found there's likely a couple of reasons for this. The first is that the less sleep we get means the more hours we're awake. Okay, that seems obvious, I know, but think about it this way. The more hours we are awake, the more likely we are to eat during those hours. So, if you're awake for, say, 20 hours a day, then there's more opportunity to eat over those 20 hours when compared to someone who's awake for, say, 16 hours a day. But getting less than 6 or 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night seems to also change our hormones, especially the hormones that control appetite. It turns out we produce more of a hormone called ghrelin when we're sleep deprived. And ghrelin increases our feelings of hunger. So, sleep deprivation can lead to more ghrelin production, which then leads to an increased appetite, which can lead to more calories consumed. And if we're awake for more hours of the day, that provides more opportunity for more calories to be consumed. Plus, when we're tired, we're less likely to make nutritious food choices or want to take the time to prepare a nutritious meal. So, if you can, aim to get that minimum of 6 to 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep most nights. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening today and every day. And I'll be back here tomorrow with another post and where your optimal life awaits.